Hi guys, it's Britt. I am here to do my first screen side chat with you guys during the COVID-19 pandemic and this remote learning environment. It is crazy to be in complete shutdown mode here at home as a parent and as a teacher and as someone who just wants to support teachers and support my kids and my family during this time. I think it's really hard for us all to balance everything that's going on. So I'm at home. I'm sitting on the floor of my bedroom. So this is just a real life situation with the door locked so the kids don't come in here during this presentation because my husband's at work. So if you hear banging on the door, it could be a 2-year-old a 3-year-old that's waking up from his nap. So today I'm talking about online discussions because I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, if I was a high school English teacher in this situation right now, like I was for 11 years, what would I be doing? And so my first thought was I'd want the students to still be able to communicate and chat with each other digitally. And there's a lot of different tools that you can use that would work for that. And a lot of you might already be using them. But the tool is only as good as the question you ask. And so I wanted to share with you some tips on how to do a good online question for students. So a couple tips would be that you want to start with a question that captures the student's interest. And then you want to inspire meaningful contributions. And a way to do that is to include some articles and multimedia links to get them outside of just what they were thinking the answer was, but seeing different perspectives on a topic. And then you want to be able to layer the questions so that you have differentiated instruction. Sometimes you want a student to answer a question and they may have absolutely no idea what to say, but they can answer question 3 or 4 like really well. And so maybe giving them some choice in, hey, I'm going to present to you 4 questions, answer 2 of the 4 or something like that. And that kind of differentiates the instruction for you. And then you want to foster discussions that will provide a variety of perspectives. Obviously, you need to have great norms and remind them of digital citizenship to have these discussions. I don't recommend necessarily using the Google Slides way I'm about to show you as a live discussion, like having everybody get on at 10 and opening up this Google slide and adding discussions and adding slides. It would be a little chaotic. I would have this maybe be an assignment that would go over the course of the week, and then with maybe everybody jumping in at one time at the end of the week to comment on each other's posts. So I made this PDF for you guys, and it's going to be linked in the resources tab in the Employee Hub under Professional Growth and Development, Remote Learning. And I liked this image because it just shows really simply what a good online question should be. It should have a catchy title. It should have layered questions. It should include multimedia. There you go. Okay, you want that to be your focus. Also in the PDF, if you click the picture, it's going to take you to the article that I used for blended learning grades 4 through 12 that talks about online questioning. If you scroll down on the PDF, I have made a Google Slides template for you guys. So if you click here, it's going to take you to a template that you could copy and use with your students right away. And so there's directions here for the teacher on what to do and the students on what to do. I also included on the bottom in the notes just some starter stems for good conversation and good discussion. Okay, and then you'll notice that I have question 1 and I have all of my multimedia links. Okay, now this could be a lot for your students. I'm thinking in my head, secondary English students, high school students. But that doesn't mean you can't have 3 links, and one of them is a video, and one of them is a podcast, and one of them is an article. But just something that they could do over the course of a week. And I just did coronavirus as my example because, well, this is what the world is talking about. So there you go. And then I've got my first question, and notice that it is a layered question. Okay, so examine this. What do you think? Is it appropriate? Is there a line? Okay, then I've got question 2 is the teacher. Okay, question 3, and then question 4, and maybe I'm only asking students to answer 2 of the 4 questions. Okay, then what a student would do, and they'll see this in the student directions right here, they'll click the arrow right here next to the plus sign, and they insert response slides underneath question slides, and they're all color coded. So hopefully that'll help. Maybe. So you would click this, and then the student would respond to question 1. They would click here to put their name, and then they would click here to do their response. And I think that's why you don't want a bunch of kids in this at one time, because it's just going to be like slides everywhere. So if they do it kind of on their own time throughout the week, and then you all jump in on a Thursday or something at 10, and they all jump into this at the same time, then what you could do is have everybody go and respond to maybe 3 or 4 of their peers. And the way they could do that is they could either respond in the speaker notes, or they could just select a part of the response. Clearly you would want more than just yes. But then they would go ahead and they would insert a comment. So then they would know it's from their peer, and the peer would actually type a response using maybe some of the response stems here. So they would respond. This is how you could do a discussion using Google Slides, and I think that's simple. It's something we kind of all are familiar with, and you guys will get this exact template. Obviously, you just want to change out your questions to whatever you're teaching and whatever the content is. And then just a quick side note, because we're doing the screen side chats, Parlay Universe, ParlayIdeas.com is great for discussions. Right now, they're running a free trial through May 15th due to what's going on in education. Normally, you'd have to pay for it. You only get 9 free usually. But their Roundtable Universe is open. And it's people and teachers have already created some really awesome lessons or questions, and they've got ones on the coronavirus. You'll see I just basically was like, wow, that's a great layered questioning there. I'm going to go ahead and use that as my example. But I think there is a great bank of resources here for you guys to use as we navigate online discussions. So thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. I really hope that you guys are hanging in there. I'm hanging in there with you as well, and we will get through this together. Stay safe and have a great rest of your week.